Delta blues musician Tab Benoit is a product of Louisiana's Bayou country.
Cajun is Louisiana.
The 46-year-old grew up in Houma, Louisiana, the biggest small town between New Orleans and the Gulf of Mexico. Almost all of its 34,000 residents have some tie to the energy industry. Working with oil companies made Benoit's father a millionaire and gave Benoit himself his first job as a pilot.
I was in the air every day over this area looking around going, man, what is going on? Why are we losing all this land? And
Benoit took us out on his boat so we could see firsthand what's happening to Louisiana's coast.
I mean, we're technically about 15, 16 miles from the Gulf. The Gulf is getting closer every day.
Thousands of miles of canals dredged by the oil industry more than 70 years ago allow tankers and shipping vessels quicker passage to the Gulf. But that also opens the passage to salt water, killing the vegetation.
We are trying to control the river for shipping. Meanwhile, we're sacrificing the entire delta of the Mississippi to do so.
The state of Louisiana has developed a 50-year, $50 billion master plan to rebuild the coast. That includes plugging canals that the oil companies are required by law to fill. But while the oil industry accepts about a third of the responsibility for lost land, they think taxpayers should foot the bill for restoration. Wetlands provide a natural buffer against storms. Every hurricane season brings a greater threat and a higher price tag for taxpayers across the country. The government spent $120 billion rebuilding the Gulf after Hurricane Katrina.
So a storm that would have been not even an issue around here becomes the biggest flood we've ever had.
It's a struggle here between jobs and economic growth and the environment, and which issue resonates more deeply with voters. Environmental impact reports look at changes over decades. A job means being able to support your family today.
People will overlook those dying trees to go to work.
The energy industry pays the bills for more than 300,000 households in the state and pumps billions into Louisiana's economy every year. The debate has been dividing households for generations, including Benoit and his father.
He felt like if I was talking about anything to do with the environmental situation around here, that I was talking against him and the oil industry and everybody involved, and that's not true. But that's from the old school mentality that they came from.
And Louisiana's politicians have to appeal to both sides of the debate or risk alienating voters.
The idea of, raising environmental concerns during election time, particularly if you're raising it in the right communities and among the right types of voters, can be very powerful. That said, when it comes time to actually legislate, all of these things are costly.
Just a few miles from the vibrant swamps along a shipping canal, we see a field of dead cypress trees.
Politicians will tell you, look what I did here. Look how we fixed this. And all I see is dead trees and a bald eagle looking for a place to build a nest.
A decades-long battle between economic livelihood and survival that Tab Benoit says is becoming more urgent every day. Jonathan Martin, Al Jazeera, Houma, Louisiana.